Change.org is a petition website operated by Change.org, Incorporated, an American certified B Corporation incorporated in Delaware that provides a freemium petition tool for more than 100 million users and hosts sponsored campaigns for organizations. Non-profits and political campaigns, including Amnesty International and the Humane Society, pay the site to host their petitions. Change.org's stated mission is to empower people everywhere to create the change they want to see. Popular topics of Change.org petitions are economic and criminal justice, human rights, education, environmental protection, animals' rights, health, and sustainable food. History: Change.org was launched on February 7, 2007, by current Chief Executive Ben Rattray, with the support of founding Chief Technology Officer Mark Dimmers, Darren Haas, and Adam Cheah. As of February 2012, the site had 100 employees with offices on 4 continents. By the end of 2012, Rattray stated he plans to have offices in 20 countries and to operate in several more languages, including Arabic and Chinese. In May 2013, the company announced a $15 million round of investment led by Omdior Network and said it has 170 staff members in 18 countries. In 2008, the organization partnered with MySpace to create an index of crowdsourced ideas for implementation by the incoming presidency of Barack Obama, drawing comparisons to similar approaches by Change.gov. In 2011, Change.org claimed it was the subject of a distributed denial-of-service attack by Chinese hackers, and that the alleged attack was apparently related to its petition to the Chinese government to release artist Ai Weiwei. In 2011, there was a proposal to merge the Spanish-speaking counterpart website Actuble into Change.org. It took place in 2012 when they approved the voluntary union of Actuble users into the Change.org platform. In 2012, Arizona State University decided to block access to Change.org in response to a petition created by student Eric Hayward protesting rising tuition costs at the school. University officials claimed that Change.org is a spam site, and the blocking was conducted to protect the use of our limited and valuable network resources for legitimate academic, research, and administrative uses. In response, Internet Campaign Director Josh Levy of the Free Press stated that disabling access to any lawful site violates the spirit and principles of net neutrality, chills academic freedom, and possibly rises to the level of a First Amendment violation. It was reported on April 5, 2012, that Change.org hit 10 million members, and was the fastest-growing social action platform on the web. At that time, they were receiving 500 new petitions per day. On May 13, 2012, The Guardian, BBC News and other sources reported that Change.org would launch a UK-specific platform for petitions, placing Change.org in competition with 38 Degrees, a British not-for-profit political activism organisation. In January 2013, Jennifer Dulski joined the company as president and COO. An August 2013 Fast Company article reported that Change.org would soon begin featuring petition recipients, saying, "For the first time, companies will be able to post a public response to any given petition. They will also be able to create their own decision maker page, which will show all petitions against them, the number of signatures gathered, and their statuses." Notable petitions. In the United States. On March 8, 2012, a petition entitled "Prosecute the Killer of Our Son," 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was posted on Change.org. The petition received over 2.2 million signatures at that time, the largest number of signatures for any campaign in Change.org's history. The petition called for the prosecution of George Zimmerman, a neighborhood watch volunteer, who, on February 26, 2012, shot and killed Trayvon Martin in Sanford, Florida, a suburb of Orlando. Zimmerman said he was acting in self-defense, and was set free without being charged. On April 11, 2012, Zimmerman was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. He stood trial in the months of June and July and was acquitted of all charges on July 13, 2013. On October 1, 2011, Molly Catchpole, a 22-year-old nanny with 2 jobs in Washington, D.C., started a petition on Change.org asking Bank of America and their CEO Brian Moynihan to drop its unexpected new $5 per month banking fee for debit card customers. Less than 1 month later, 300,000 signatures were collected. The petition was widely cited as a contributing cause for the bank formally announcing to drop the new banking fee. U.S. President Barack Obama signed the petition. U.S. Senator Dick Durbin, the Democratic senator from Illinois, responded to Bank of America and the petition on Twitter. It may have contributed to the U.S. Congress deciding to look at legislation for out-of-control banking fees. In December 2011, a fourth-grade class in Brookline, Massachusetts, launched the Lorax petition project through Change.org requesting Universal Studios to include more of an environmental message on its website and trailer for its upcoming film, The Lorax, a classic Dr. Seuss children's story. The website and trailer lacked the important message from the book, to help the environment. The petition collected over 57,000 signatures, and on January 26, 2012, the studio updated the website with the environmental message the kids had requested. On the morning of February 2, 2012, Steph Gray, a 23-year-old graduate in New York, held a news conference at the Washington offices of Sallie Mae where she presented the results of her Change.org, Sallie Mae, the nation's largest private student loan provider petition, which had received about 77,000 signers. That afternoon the company changed its forbearance fee policy. In November 2013, someone calling himself John Doe of Arlington, Texas launched a petition against changes made to the YouTube commenting system by Google. The changes force YouTube users to create an account on Google+ and also removes the reply mechanism on comments unless they were posted on Google+. This petition received over 100,000 signatures in less than a week, and over 200,000 within 2 weeks. In November 2013, Aaron Thompson from Tuscaloosa, Alabama started a petition, directed at Seth MacFarlane to bring back Brian Griffin on Family Guy, after he was briefly killed off in the season 12 episode Life of Brian. Thompson's petition gained 30,000 signatures within 36 hours. The character was brought back to the show a few episodes later. In September 2014, Carol Wilcox of Haiti, Missouri started a petition against the planned execution of Bo, a 2.5-year-old dog in Dyceburg, Tennessee, for allegedly killing a duck on his owner's property. By November, this petition had gained over 540,000 signatures. In the United Kingdom. On March 10, 2015, the political blogger Guido Fawkes, whose real name is Paul Staines, started a petition to reinstate Jeremy Clarkson, BBC co-host of Top Gear. This followed the BBC's decision to suspend him over an alleged fracas involving a producer on the show. The petition gained over 500,000 signatures within 24 hours, making it the fastest-growing petition to date for the site. It had gained over 1 million signatures by March 20, 2015. The servers at Change.org in the UK regularly became unresponsive due to the high demand. In Canada. In August 2014, Erica Perry from Vancouver, British Columbia, started a petition asking Centerplate, a large food and beverage corporation serving entertainment venues in North America and the UK, to fire its then CEO Desmond A. Haig after the public release of security camera footage allegedly showing Haig abusing a young Doberman pinscher in an elevator. In response to Centerplate not taking action after the incident other than releasing a statement of apology from Haig, and an agreement by Haig to commit to perform certain charitable acts, the petition called for Centerplate to fire Des Haig. On September 2, 2014, after the petition had received over 190,000 signatures, Des Haig was removed from his position as CEO of Centerplate. In Germany. In 2012, Philipp Matthiasans, a 21-year-old German university student, started a petition to allow third-party recording tools for YouTube. The petition garnered more than 4.3 million signatures. As of 2015, this is the largest number of signatures in the history of Change.org. In Spain. In February 2013, over 1 million people, a figure equivalent to around 2% of the total population of Spain, had signed the petition calling for the entire Spanish government to resign. The call was motivated by an unprecedented corruption scandal involving the majority of key leaders of the People's Party, including the Spanish Prime Minister, Mariano Rajoy himself. In the Philippines. The petition to have death row convict Mary Jane Veloso released was the fastest ever growing petition from the Philippines, with over 250,000 signatories from over 125 countries. Business model: the website makes revenue by running advertisements called sponsored campaigns for advocacy organizations such as Amnesty International and list-building services to partner organizations. In May 2013 the website started a crowd-promoted petitions that allows a signatory to promote the petition by paying a donation of $5 to $1,000 at the final stage of petition signing. For each dollar spent, the current petition is linked as a related item to 5 other people who have just signed a petition. Change.org intends to limit donations to 1 per person, per petition. Criticism: visibility of personal information under certain conditions, signatures and other private information including email addresses can be found by search engines. Change.org operates a system for signature hiding, which works only if the user has an account on Change.org, but it does not work if the signature was forged. Corporate structure: there has been debate and criticism around the fact that Change.org is a for-profit business despite using the .org domain suffix rather than the commercial .com. The site has been accused of fooling its users and hiding the fact that it is a for-profit entity that has an economic incentive to get people to sign petitions. Change.org is being deliberately deceitful through the use of the Change.org name. I'd suspect that the average Change.org user does not know that Change.org is a for-profit corporation, and that the corporation plans on using the contact information being provided to them to earn revenue. Change.org spokesperson Charlotte Hill countered this criticism in a September 2013 article in Wired magazine, saying, "We are a mission-driven social enterprise, and while we bring in revenue, we reinvest 100% of that revenue back into our mission of empowering ordinary people." Unregistered trademark s not just that we unregistered trademark re not yet making a profit unregistered trademark s that we are decidedly not for profit advertising policy in 2012, the site dropped most of the restrictions it previously placed on paid content. Internal documents began referring to clients and partners as advertisers, and stated that only advertisers strictly identified as hate groups are to be barred. As a result, Change.org was accused of encouraging astroturfing and abandoning the progressive user base from which it initially gained traction. Additional controversy arose when the employee who initially leaked the documents was fired. Of the users who lost interest in the site after this change, a number of them expressed difficulty in being removed from Change.org mailing lists. Selling of personal data Change.org has also been accused of selling the personal data provided by the users to third-party companies that hire its services, gaining money at the expense of the users. Use for trending topics Topics for Change.org petitions have grown to include disagreement with the Academy Awards and removing milk from certain types of coffee. The authors of these petitions have been criticized for focusing on first-world problems. Further debate over the content of petitions came in November 2014 when Martin Daubney called some of them bizarre, and stated that the site was being used to promote censorship. In response, the Change.org communication director John Coventry defended the wide range of petitions, saying that people make an informed choice in what they want to support. The following week saw criticism alleging that petitions about the media received more attention than petitions about saving actual lives. See also: Activism 2.0, Avaz, Care2, Get Up. Slacktivism, We the People. References. External links, official website.